You sit down, you look at the charts, the endless sea of red and green numbers just flashing across your screen, and you ask yourself, why is it so incredibly hard to just find consistency? Well, what if I told you that the missing link in your trading journey isn't some secret algorithm? It's not a hidden indicator, and it's definitely not some VIP signal group. What if I told you that the real reason most traders lose money has absolutely nothing to do with their strategy and literally everything to do with their personality? Today, in this explainer, we're going to unpack a fundamental truth about the markets that most beginners completely ignore.
I want you to just let that question sit for a second. What if the reason you keep losing money has absolutely nothing to do with your strategy? You know, when most people enter the trading world, they immediately fall right into this very specific trap. Instead of looking inward, they look outward. They pull out their phones and start blindly copying someone else. They figure, hey, if this strategy prints money for some popular influencer, it's going to automatically print money for me too, right? But the reality is far more complicated and honestly far more psychological.
You jump on YouTube and you copy a scalper. Then you hop over to Instagram and copy a swing trader. Maybe you find some fast-paced, high-adrenaline strategy from a 30-second TikTok video. But here is the massive, account-destroying problem with that approach. A trading plan that works flawlessly for someone else might completely nuke your account if it doesn't fit your unique personality and your actual daily routine. And guys, this is exactly why so many traders fail. It's because they're stepping into the arena trying to trade in a way that fundamentally clashes with who they really are as a person.
Section 1. The Mirror. Understanding your true self. Okay, let's dive into this.
Because trading is not and never will be a one-size-fits-all game. The exact moment you truly grasp this concept, I promise you, everything changes. The absolute truth is that consistently profitable traders, they don't build their systems around whatever is trending on social media. They build their systems around their own lifestyle, their own emotional triggers, and their own natural personality type. So before you stare at another chart, you have to look in the mirror and be painfully honest with yourself about your real schedule. Ask yourself, how much free time do I actually have every single day? Look, if you've got a demanding full-time job and you're trying to sit there and scalp the market for 8 hours a day while, answering emails and jumping into Zoom meetings, it makes absolutely zero sense. You're going to miss your prime setups, you're going to force trades out of pure desperation, and eventually you'll end up totally emotionally exhausted. But if you shift to a style that only requires you to check the charts a few times a day, suddenly trading becomes realistic.
Let's keep asking those hard questions. Do you make decisions quickly, or do you take your time? Do you absolutely love the adrenaline rush of fast action, or do you prefer the quiet power of patience? Can you stay intensely locked in and focused for long, unbroken stretches of time? These questions matter infinitely more than whatever technical indicator you're currently using. Why? Because your natural temperament is what dictates exactly how you'll react when your real, hard-earned money is on the line.
And here is a massive pain point for so many people. Are you emotional after losses? Let's say you're just a naturally impatient person, right? You like things to happen right now. If you force yourself to be a long-term swing trader, where you literally have to hold a position for days or even weeks, what do you think is going to happen? You're probably going to panic and close the trade way too early. You're going to get bored out of your mind. You'll be constantly pulling your phone out of your pocket to check the chart every 5 minutes, and eventually, the impatience will win, and you will break your own rules. You can really see the stark contrast between these two entirely different worlds here. On one hand, scalping requires lightning-fast decisions, the ability to handle massive pressure, intense focus, and high screen time. On the other hand, swing trading requires deep patience, it fits a busy schedule, brings way less daily stress, and requires very low screen time. Just imagine someone who is naturally very calm, very methodical, trying to scalp on the 1-minute chart. The market is moving aggressively. Decisions have to be made in milliseconds. The pressure is just ramping up exponentially. Suddenly, that calm, calculated trader becomes completely overwhelmed and paralyzed. Choosing the right style isn't just a preference, it's literally critical to your survival in the markets.
And that brings us right to the trap of the unrealistic plan. You've probably seen this before. Most beginners write down rules that look a little something like this. I'm going to take 10 trades a day. I will watch the charts for 12 hours straight. I will risk 10% of my account per trade so I can grow it as fast as possible. Guys, this is pure chaos. It's a hype plan completely built on fantasy. And you know exactly what happens? After just one single bad day in the markets, this entire rigid structure completely shatters and the whole thing just falls apart. A good trading plan has to feel sustainable.
You absolutely need a system that you can follow consistently without destroying your mental health, because that is the real goal here. Consistency, not excitement. A professional trader does not wake up in the morning looking for a quick adrenaline rush. They wake up looking for discipline. I'll say it plainly. If your trading feels like an action movie, you are doing it wrong. It should feel like a highly calculated, slightly boring, heavily disciplined routine.
Section 2. The Actionable Blueprint. Let's get into it.
So let's shift gears into the practical steps for actually building this sustainable system. The absolute key here is following these 4 steps methodically. First, you have to choose your trading session. Maybe the London Open works perfectly for you, or hey, maybe the New York session just fits your life a lot better. Second, choose your real hours. Not your fantasy hours, your real hours. If you realistically only have 2 hours a day to trade, that is completely fine. Build your entire system around that. Third, you've got to reduce complexity. Strip away those 10 overlapping indicators, the 20 different currency pairs, and those 5 conflicting strategies. Keep it incredibly simple. 1 or 2 pairs, 1 single strategy. And fourth, define your risk. If taking a small loss causes you to start sweating and panicking, you need to lower your risk to 1% per trade, maybe even less. Because at the end of the day, your plan absolutely must keep you calm.
Oh, and we absolutely cannot skip this part. You must create rules for when not to trade. This is a critical rule that almost every beginner totally ignores. You have to have strict boundaries. You must know exactly when to walk away after a string of heavy losses. You've got to know how to identify bad, choppy market conditions and just sit on your hands. You have to recognize when you are emotionally drained or when you're just revenge trading to win back what you lost. Remember this, sometimes the absolute best trade you could possibly take is no trade at all. Protecting your mental capital is every bit as important as protecting your financial capital.
And this brilliantly illustrates what a professional, totally stress-free plan actually looks like for someone working a normal 9-to-5 job. Check this out. They only trade the London Open. Their sole focus is just one pair, the EUR/USD. They have a strict, hard maximum of just 2 trades per day. They are risking only 1% per trade. And they have a hard and fast rule to completely avoid trading during major news events. Notice something? There is absolutely no chaos here. There's no chasing adrenaline. There is only a cool, calm, and highly collected framework.
Simple. I want to pause on that word. The absolute best trading plan is never the most complicated one. You really don't get any bonus points from the market for having some wildly complex algorithm or 20 overlapping indicators cluttering up your screen.
Realistic. Your plan has to actually fit your real daily lifestyle. It has to harmonize with your day job, your family commitments, and your own emotional mindset. Because if your trading plan is constantly fighting against your real life is going to win, and the plan will eventually fail.
Repeatable. Listen, true success in trading isn't about making $1 million in one insanely lucky week. It comes from having a robust system that you can follow consistently for months and eventually years without totally burning out or destroying your mental health in the process.
Trading success, it's not about perfectly copying somebody else's personality. It is about deeply, truly understanding your own. Stop trying to trade exactly like the influencers popping up on your social feed. Take a step back and build a system that fits your lifestyle.